Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, we rolling. I can't do a Burt Watson, not even close, but that's my homage to Mr. Burt Watson, baby. So what's up, guys? We're hitting that Q&A right now, live Q&A. I know what days. It's Wednesday. Normally, I do these YouTube Q&As on Friday, but hey, I've been getting tons of social media questions. I figured I'd jump in, spend 15 minutes right now, and answer all your questions. So we're going to do a little rapid fire. Feel free to ask your questions. Let me know what you want to hear, and I will do my best to answer that. What's up, SoCal Seth? Good to see you, my man. Anything new? What's going on? I am here to answer your questions, get you lean, get you fit, get you strong, get you laid. That's right. Uncle Mike is the best wingman in the game, getting my boys to have consensual sex since the 90s, my man. What's up with that? Um, but really, we want to talk health. We want to talk fitness. We want to get you fucking lean, right? Summer's coming. Summer's coming, motherfuckers. What are you going to do about it? You going to sit there and be the same fat pudge you were last year? Or you going to get to work right now? Let's get to work, motherfuckers. Let's get lean, baby. Let's get lean. Steve O, Dolce, I got 2 packs of hemp seeds last night. Shit tastes amazing, man. Boom. Steve O watched my perfect protein video yesterday and knows what's up. Hemp seed is one of the best supplemental protein sources. It's from a whole food category, right? Real food, actually, real food. You don't need to buy a hemp powder, a hemp protein powder, a plant-based powder when you can just buy hemp seeds. Good job, Steve O. Aaron Thomas, favorite flow of moves with a 45-pound kettlebell and speed rope. I don't do the speed rope as much as I should. I'm about to cycle back into a rope phase. We're getting there soon. But I've been working on that. So a 45-pound kettlebell is about a 20 kg. I throw those fucking 20 kg kettlebells around like little golf balls. The 20 kgs are really easy for me. I'm swinging the 40s, the 40 kgs, which is like what is the 40? 40 times 2 is 8, so it's close to a 90-pound, like 85, 90-pound kgs. I'm whatever we do. We do single leg or single arm KB squats. We do the double goblets. I'll use the two at the same time. We do walking lunges, pushes. We don't do push presses per se with that. Lots and lots of rows. We do everything. I don't know if that helps, but that's what we do. Jordan Abramovitz, barbell hack squats on a Smith machine or hold dumbbells. Dumbbells, man. The only thing a Smith machine is good for is hanging your fucking gym bag on it. That's it. Every Smith machine should be thrown out of the fucking gym. It's a waste of time. A waste of time, my man. No fucking need for it. Get that Smith machine out of your gym, out of your life forever. Forever. Jordan Abramowitz, I got your program. Fuck yeah, Jordan. Planet Fitness doesn't have what? Planet Fitness doesn't have barbells. My man, you got to go to go to another fitness facility or even invest in a barbell off of Craigslist and do it up that way. That would probably be better for you. I know it fucking sucks. Start with a kettlebell or dumbbell to start with. Now, if you're a member of the dolcediet.com online community, go to the resources section. You will see over 200 additional exercises that you could supplement. So let's say it calls for a barbell back squat. Go to the resource section, look in the lower body category, and pick an exercise that you do have the equipment for. We have everything there. SoCal Seth, your Jerseyisms remind me of those my new haircut videos. SoCal Seth, I'll check it out. What about my new haircut? Boom, looking fucking fly, Dolce. Thanks for the compliments, guys. Jesus. Brian Strickler, yo, Mike, I lost 75 pounds, looking like I might have to lose skin. Anything I can do for that? What we want to do is focus on micronutrient density, specifically when you are losing weight. That will help the elasticity of your skin. I was 282 pounds. I dropped all the way down to 169 pounds, and I've leveled out right at about 200 pounds. So I've lost considerably more than even you have lost. It took me about 1.5 times the weight loss in order for my skin to retract. Now, what I did do, and I still do, I focus on what's known as stuffing the shirt. Keep building muscle. Keep building muscle because you went from like an extra large shirt down to a medium sized shirt. So, what you need to do is you need to start stuffing that t shirt to get your skin to shrink wrap. So instead of waiting for your skin to slowly shrink wrap, start to build lean muscle tissue inside that baggy t-shirt while eating a micronutrient dense diet. That's probably the most important aspect. Mr. Dolce, what are your thoughts on that Durian Rider dude on YouTube? Um, you've seen his videos. I saw some Dorian Rider stuff years ago, and then he got in like engaged in all sorts of weird um conflicts, sexual allegations, and just lots of weird stuff. I don't even follow him. I don't know about him. I know he likes to troll. That's kind of how he built his channel, is talking shit. I think a lot of it's unbiased. I'm not, vegan or not doesn't fucking matter. I don't think Durian represents vegans at all, because I know some really fucking amazing vegans that are like the polar opposite of that dude's personality. So I don't know much about the dude. I've seen a few of his videos in the early days trying to learn something, and probably gleaned some decent insight into his version of a vegan mentality. But no, he's not representative of a vegan mentality. Someone that I like Vegan Gains' channel. I don't agree with nearly everything he says, but the dude has a great channel, very entertaining. He puts a lot of time and effort into it, and he's passionate for sure about the vegan lifestyle. I don't really follow a ton of vegans on. I don't follow. I mean, a ton of people. I'm just more like a casual subscriber on YouTube. I check out most of the fitness minded, but I don't really care what their background is. If they're a vegan, if they're a fucking meathead, if they're a bodybuilder, if they're a powerlifter, if a CrossFitter, if they have good, compelling content, then I'm going to check them out and learn from them. Angelo, just talked to one of my buddies to check out your diet because of my Instagram post. Angelo Lopez, fuck yeah, my man. Everybody should go to thedolcediet.com if you want to get in the best shape of your life, like Angelo's buddy, thedolcediet.com. We have a 4-week and 12-week completely personalized diet and exercise program, 100% tailored to you, down to the ounce, down to the gram, down to the teaspoon. Every other system out there, they use template programs. It's shit fucking software. What they do is they say, well, you weigh 180, your buddy weighs 190, you get lumped into the same bullshit fucking diet. That's it. Same diet. That's it. Even if it's like, you weigh 180 and your girl weighs 180, you're eating the same fucking diet. Now, we got to have a deeper conversation. That's for another show. But really, what our system does, our system completely personalizes it to you down to the ounce, because we are the most successful weight management team in all of professional sports. Our athletes have to weigh zero point 0.00 at an exact moment in time. There is no room for fucking templates with what we do, which is why I spent a year and a half and tons of money, 6-figure fucking money, building this program for you guys. It is the most successful, most sophisticated, most battle tested, proven program out there. That's the dolcediet.com. Our 4-week or 12-week personalized online diet and exercise program. There is so much fucking content behind that membership wall. You will not be disappointed. We even offer a 100% money back guarantee if you are. Who else does that? I don't want your fucking money. I want you to make gains, baby, fucking gains. Go to the dolcediet.com to learn more and use my promo code DolceTube, like YouTube, but it's DolceTube, and you'll save 10%. Why not? Waffine, but Planet Fitness has pizza. Ugh, don't talk to me about pizza, man. Being from New Jersey, living in Las Vegas, there is no good pizza out here. It sucks. If you guys like what I'm talking about, feel free to give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. The engagement certainly helps our YouTube ranking. Just open, and transparent. We're trying to grow our channel. If you guys appreciate the free content that I give you guys, give me a thumbs up. If you think I'm a dickhead, give me a thumbs down. Leave me a comment, though, and let me know why I'm a dickhead, and at least give me the opportunity to call you a fucking troll piece of shit, because I will gladly do that for you. No, but really, engage with me. I'm here to engage with you guys, and I try and give this free time for you to really help you get better. Ben Pooh says, "Hey Dolce, are you familiar with Mike Israetel? So what's your thoughts on his mini cut method?" I'm not. I've seen his name before. I don't know his system, so I could not honestly speak on it. So I have to reserve comment. But if he knows what he's talking about, I can certainly try and get him on the podcast, and maybe even do a video podcast for you guys and just kind of exchange content together. That'd be cool. I'm open, man. I want to get and Here's another thing. I know I got to. Don't worry. I'll answer all your questions here. But I've reached out to every fucking name in the keto industry, every big name, every famous name, even the mid tier names in the keto fucking industry to come on my podcast and let's talk about it. Not to debate it, but like change my mind, like Steven Crowder, change my mind. Keto doesn't work for the majority of the people. That's my stance, and I have a bunch of reasons why. But keto heads, come on in, change my mind. Not a single one of these fucking people have even accepted. Not a single one has even replied. They haven't even replied. Now, we have a big fucking audience. Our podcast audience gets over 50,000 unique fucking listeners from around the world. It's a pretty powerful fucking audience. And we're growing our YouTube channel now to meet what our audio audience looks like. I don't know why they won't be on. I don't know why they won't respond. I have an idea because they've gone and listened to some of my content and they're like, fuck, Dolce actually has a really solid grasp on this whole thing. And maybe we shouldn't have that conversation because they can't answer my question like, why is a cup of blueberries bad? Cup of blueberries has 21 grams of carbohydrates. Medical ketosis says you cannot consume more than 20 grams of carbohydrates per day. All the keto heads say you can't consume more than 20 grams of carbohydrates per day. Therefore, they bastardize blueberries and say blueberry is bad, while they do tell you eat a bag of pork rinds and a stick of butter and sucralose laden fucking keto bars. Like, that's health and fitness. But anyway, I digress. And that has I have no idea, and that has no relation to the Mike Israel question. That just got me thinking about something else. Neen, should I do grip exercises such as farmers carries after my push pull squat, rotate hinge exercise, or before? I would do those after. You can even do those by yourself on your off days as a GPP, general physical preparedness day. We do lots of walks, farmers walks, trap bar walks, things such as that. But we train raw here. I mean, you can probably see I have to fucking beat up hands, the worn, ready fucking calluses to fucking prove it. We train raw here. We no straps, no wraps, no belts, no fucking nothing. We train raw here. So that's how our grip strength gets really fucking strong. Plus lots and lots of masturbation. I mean, both hands. You got to switch it up. Be ambidextrous. That gets your grip hella strong too. Um, Driving bike for 30 kilometers one day, next day running 6 to 7 kilometers for cardio, or driving 20 kilometers and running 5 to 6 in one day. King, that's a tough one, man. But I don't think it matters as much because that's high volume. 30 kilometers is what, 12, 15 miles or so. 6 to 7 kilometers, like 3 miles. Right now, 10K is six. So yeah, you're like, 3, 4 miles a day. So doing it every other day or doing it all in the same day, it depends on what your goals are. I would like to actually, instead of run, I would like to turn that into a walk. Can you walk for an hour nonstop at a low pace, keeping your heart rate low, truly staying in the aerobic zone? Because when you're jogging, you're running 6 to 7 kilometers, or riding your bike 30 kilometers, you're going glycolytic. You're using stored glycogen. We want to find time to stay below that threshold and really only stay in the aerobic zone, which is we try and keep our heartbeat below 110 beats per minute. We try and train a few times per week, and this goes into our list concept: low intensity steady state cardiovascular activity. We enforce list training 3 to 5 days per week minimum for all of our clients, pro athletes down to geriatric. That's very helpful. So Cal Seth loves my haircut. Sling. Thank you, I appreciate that. Kevin Rouch, Uncle Mike bought your 3 weeks to shredded, bought your 3 books last week. Fuck yeah. Thanks so much for the knowledge. After a bad night's sleep, say 6 hours, should we get up and do lists or try to sleep an extra half hour? I would wake up and go do my list, and then I would go to bed 30 to 60 minutes earlier that night. I'd get up, I'd move my body, I'd stay locked into the zone, because it's really easy to start making excuses for ourselves, right? Oh, I didn't sleep last night, so I'm just going to stay in bed. Now, if you got the old lady laying next to you and she's kind of, turning, backing that shit up, then maybe you do stay in bed and you get a different form of cardio. But outside of that, I would roll my ass out of bed and I would hit the road. That's what I do almost every day. Vinny Logs, how can my girlfriend get motivated to start training? Well, you need to surround yourself. You need to surround your girlfriend with positive support, not negative support. That's something that's important. Positive support, and try and find things that she likes to do. Maybe you need to start cooking and start getting healthier foods in the house. Maybe you need to start engaging in a healthier lifestyle together. Start going for walks, start going for hikes, start going places that you're actually exercising that don't feel like exercise at all. Not everybody needs to go to the fucking gym like Kai Green and slam fucking weights. Most people actually don't need to be doing that fucking bullshit. Maybe she used to play soccer when she was in college. Go grab a ball and go to the park. Pack a little healthy lunch and take her out on a date and go to the park and just hang out. Maybe you want to go to a little coffee shop that's in a local city. So go and walk around the city and sip on your coffee. Spend 2-3 hours walking around the city. Those are great ways to start engaging in health and fitness. And maybe it's not 2 hours. Maybe it's 15 minutes. We have beautiful people that come in here every day at the Dolce Diet and Fitness Center in Las Vegas. We have amazing humans that walk in this door every day and sit down with me, and we have these deep conversations. And some of these people, they can barely walk through the door. They can barely walk without breathing and just having a tough time. What the goal is to meet your girlfriend where she is and walk the journey with her. There's tons, dozens, and hundreds of different styles of training out there. That's not what it's about. It's about getting her motivated to start doing just a little bit more each and every day, and also getting her to see the big picture. Not getting her to focus right now on like, oh, you're fat, you don't fit in a bikini, like whatever. And not saying you do that, but that's some dickhead fucking dudes do that to their girls. They just like stress them out. They're trying to be good. They're not even trying to be a dickhead. They're like, oh, you got to start training now. We're going on spring break soon, and your bikini doesn't fit and fucking whatever. That's not a good way to do it. So you got to try positive motivation. I hope that helps. Non 66 for Olympic style lifts, such as a clean and press, would you count them as a push or pull exercise, or your push, pull, hinge, squat, for your push, pull, hinge, squat, rotate principle? So clean and press is actually it's a compound movement for sure that goes into the press category. But really, I would say, where am I taxing most of the lift? If I'm just hitting heavy fucking cleans, I mean, because this is a full body exercise, right? So everything's working, even the squats working. Now, are you cleaning from the floor? Is it a hanging clean? Is it a mid thigh clean? Is it a mid shin clean? Is it at waist? Where is your clean starting from? That matters. It matters with your hinge. How much are you actually breaking those hips? So I would look at it. What I would do is I would categorize it based upon the hardest part of the lift. Most people can overhead press less than they can actually clean, especially like a hanging clean. Most people can hang and clean a considerable amount of weight with a little bit of proper training. They can't get that weight up overhead. So I would look more as that being a hinge than an overhead press. Boo Rida, Mike, I'm morbidly obese, 5'7", 280. Every time I work out, I wake up the next day sore all over and stop for the next week. I don't know what to do to get fit. I know I'm not eating healthy. I'm trying keto. Boo Rida, I am not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. Do not confuse this for medical advice. Everybody listening, all right? So making that clear. Number one, you want to be under a doctor's care just to make sure you're doing everything correctly. Don't start this or any diet or exercise program without consulting with your doctor first. The disclaimer out of the way, what we do with our overweight and obese clients that have an issue with training, we just walk. What we say is walk out your front door, 5 minutes, turn around and come home. Job done. Tomorrow, 6 minutes, then 7 minutes, then 8 minutes, to the point that you're walking 30 minutes out your front door, turning around, coming home 30 minutes. Once you can hit 60 minutes of low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity, your body will be dramatically changed in that short period of time. Once you've done it habitually, it's become a part of your life. Your life will dramatically change. From there, we will start adding very simple, easy body weight centric exercises. Maybe for you, that's simply when you get home from your walk, you simply step up onto one step to your front door, front porch, and you step down. You do that 5 times left leg, 5 times right leg. Tomorrow, 6 times left, 6 times right, 7 times left, 7 times right. That's scaling. That's progressive overload. That's what we do with our clients in a short period of time, a dramatically short period of time. You will see your body change. My strong recommendation to you, if you are about it and need the structure, need a system, go to thedolcediet.com right now. Join our 12-week online personalized diet and exercise program. You will get the exact meal plan you need to get in the best shape of your life. Your exercise program will be modified to you specifically based upon your input. Most likely, you will get rolled into our walking program first and out of the gate. As your body begins to change, you will then be challenged to step up into a different system. We have a push pull system. We have our beach body, beast body. We have different systems that will be added as you're constantly putting in your data. Every week, you get prompted to weigh yourself and do your measurements. As your BMI starts to change, you will then be challenged. Also, the more compliant you are within the system, the more you will be coached. It's a coaching system at thedolcediet.com. So, Boo Rider, that would be my strong suggestion. It from a nutrition perspective, that's probably the most important thing. That is the treasure map. That's what you need to get there. Have a good support system around you. And I'm always here, my friend, always here to help support you. And everybody in this community is here to support you too. Hey, Coach, thanks for all the videos. You're an inspiration. Any tips working out with biceps tendonitis? Been struggling for a few months now. Can't do legs all the time. Um, Stopped doing upper body, just deadlift. Thanks. I would go to a doctor and get it diagnosed. Make sure that it's just tendonitis. Maybe you've been to the doctor. I'm not sure. What we would do is we would deload the issue. What are you doing as a restorative? Are you going to a physical therapist? Are you doing any sort of cold water immersion? Are you doing any sort of joint manipulation? Any Graston maybe? Not knowing exactly what the issue is. I would aggressively attack the injury itself, eradicate the injury before I went back to intense resistance training. Because all you're going to do is you're going to just drag that injury into the rest of your life. We have athletes who come in here all the time after a 10-year career. They are so fucked from little bullshit that started when they were in their early 20s. Now they're in their early 30s. And it's something that now they have to deal with for the rest of their life simply because they didn't take 3 weeks to address it early on. Any advice to raise energy levels throughout the day? Yeah, get your nutrition on point. Everything comes from nutrition. Nutrition is everything. Get your lifestyle on point. Nutrition, rest recuperation, stress management. Those are three of the four legs of the fitness table. The fourth and least important is exercise. So, little G, let's get your nutrition on point. Let's make sure you're sleeping, adequately hydrated, removing stress from your life. Hey, Mike, if you do all the heavy compound lifts, do you have to work your abs? If so, what do you recommend? Yeah, you do have to work your abs, but it's really the core that we focus on, right? The goal of the core is to is flexion and anti-flexion, rotation, anti-rotation. So, what a great exercise! I like the standing pull-down ab exercise. Louis Simmons kind of brought that to my attention 20 or so years ago. It's a great exercise. Using different angles and such, or doing like the reverse wood chipper, low cable to the floor, going 45 degrees across your body. But every workout, you directly train your core. It's very important, very important for overall health and fitness. Plus, you want those lean, tight fucking abs when that lady's down there checking out your private parts. You want to make sure you got a nice fucking tight, flat midsection for her to see too. She'll stay down there longer. Trust me. um, Dolce, any thoughts? Steve-O, any thoughts on squatting every day for cutting? Yeah, of course not. Every day. Why not? But don't go high intensity every day. I know Chris Duffin right now is doing a fucking crazy 800-pound squat every day for like 21 days or some crazy shit like that. That is what it is. Dolce, but yeah, I mean, because every time you sit on the toilet, get up and out of chairs, you're squatting. We do squatting exercises almost constantly. Every day in the gym, we're doing squatting, variants of squatting. We're doing variants of all the primary movements, but we have a focus of the day. Maybe it's an upper body push is the focus. We still do pull, we still do hinge, we still do squat, we still do flexion, anti-flexion. Adam, thoughts on Audit's new keto box? I don't even know about it. I haven't seen it at all. So I'll check it out and let you know. Where does the science of red meat and diabetes come from? Is there a legit concern with it causing or making a diabetic have insulin issues? That science is so fucking flawed because you get one side of the population that swears meat will cause diabetes. You get another side of the population that swears fruit will cause diabetes, and another part of the population that swears it's because of synthetic chemicals and whatnot. Um, Marty, if you're listening on here, Marty's calling right now. Marty is our graphic designer. I'm finishing up this, so I will call you back, my friend. So what the science is, and we get rid of all that fucking bullshit. We would say it's the overconsumption based upon individual physiological needs. Who are you? Have you had your blood work done yet? Have you actually calibrated what your food does with regards to your blood work. Who are you? What is your genetic predisposition? What is your cultural influences like? How does your body respond to certain foods? I respond fucking awesome. I have diabetes and blood sugar issues in my fucking family. Bad. My grandmother died of blood sugar issues. I have a cousin who just lost fucking part of his leg due to being a diabetic. My aunts, my own mother has fucking diabetes issues, blood sugar issues. It's rampant in my fucking family. My fucking blood sugar is perfect. Perfect. I eat fruit all day, every day. It's the way that we eat and the type of foods that we eat, and that's why we push towards earth grown nutrients. I eat meat. I eat 4 ounces of meat at a time. There's no reason for people to eat more than 4 ounces of fucking steak at a time or fish at a fucking time. I'm a 200+ pound fucking beast. I only need 4 ounces of fucking meat at a time. The thought that people need 12, 16 ounces of meat in a single sitting multiple times a day is fucking horseshit. If that's lazy science right there. So I hope that answers you. Um, What's the best place in Jersey? That's a tough one. It's been a while. It's been a while. So I can't really say right now. Trust me, when I go back, I'll let you know. So, Cal, Mike, thanks for putting this content out. I'm down 45 pounds with your help. Boom, down 45 pounds. Love it, SoCal Seth. I'm building the brand and image. I need to be the sexiest I can be before my book releases. Fuck yeah, my friend. That is awesome. Good for you. Brick oven. Brick oven is pretty goddamn good. I do. I do like brick oven pizza. What's your take on flax seeds? Love flax seeds. We eat them almost every day. We have what the hell are we? So we'll take flax seeds and we'll blend them actually in our little seed grinder. They're awesome. Your thoughts on MCT oil for fat loss? It's a great part of the diet, but at the same time, we get our MCTs from real coconut oil. We try to avoid the over processing. So we have some available. We use Onnit's MCT oil when we need it, but really we get all of our MCTs from coconut oil. Ephedrine. I'm on 12-week plan. When does the food change? I'm on week 3. So right now you're finishing up 3 weeks to shredded. That will transition into in week 4. That's the last week. It's the bonus week of 3 weeks to shredded. I can't wait to hear your results. And then you immediately switch into the Living Lean program, which is a recomposition program. That's when the menu opens wide. This is at thedolcediet.com, by the way. Obviously, the first 3 weeks of 3 weeks to shredded are a little more structured because we have a goal of losing 21 pounds in 21 days. That's the design of 3 weeks to shredded. And that's been our success with the world's greatest athletes. We're the most successful in all of history. And that's the truth. And you can do your own research working with the world's greatest athletes for weight class dominated sports. And that's because of our 3 weeks to shredded program. From there, when you're on the online version of the Dolce Diet at thedolcediet.com, you will then transition into our 8-week Living Lean program, which then starts to employ a wide variety of brand new food groups and recipes. So we're teaching you how to get fucking super lean, fucking healthy, fit, ready to go out there and kick ass. And then we start to recomp your body. We start to add lean muscle tissue while keeping body fat low and even getting body fat percentage lower while then teaching you how to eat for the rest of your life, hopefully without us. We don't want you in our system forever. You're welcome to be there. We want to teach you how to live the rest of your life using our principles. That's the goal of the dolcediet.com. It is an education-based system with immediate results. Jay says, Coach, you think you could talk about sodium for performance and also eating fat with carbs in the same regular meal you make to gain more fat? Yeah, so sodium is essential. It's an essential micronutrient. Sodium is present in all muscular contraction, right? You need sodium, optimal sodium. If you're training, even moderately training, you need to increase your sodium above what the RDA would be, the recommended daily allowance of sodium. That being said, typically, I mean, anywhere between 3 grams and 10 grams of sodium per day would be ideal for the average healthy adult that does not have a pre-existing condition. I probably consume 5 to 6 grams, 5 to 6,000 milligrams of sodium per day. I fucking train hard. I sweat. I push. I live in Las Vegas. I'm super hydrated. I drink almost 2 gallons of water per day. I need to bring in more sodium than the average. When my sodium is low, I can feel it. My performance dips. When I'm right around that 5,000 plus range, I'm locked in. Would it be better to split meals, for example, carbs plus protein, fat plus protein? Thanks from the UK. I've played with that before, and I think that only really matters in what we've seen, and the science goes both ways. So if you look at the peer-reviewed science out there, it goes both ways, and you'll get, good quality science that supports both. And that's separating fat and carbohydrates in a single meal. Some signs even says separate the in any other macronutrient. Eat only protein or only carbs or only fat. I'm not really big on that. What we found is it works best to have a wide variety of food in each meal based upon activity. So, post workout, little bit of protein, a lot of carbohydrates. Post workout, no fat to low fat is ideal. First thing in the morning, wide variety, protein, carbs, fat, moderately evenly mixed, and throughout the day. So outside of those post training windows, no worries about it. Does Jace says, does a DDC certification cover in detail weight cutting for combat sports? Yes, we do. So those of you who are interested, we have our next Dolce Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference being held here in Las Vegas, July 6th, 7th, and 8th during International Fight Week. We teach you everything you need to know over an intensive 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Las Vegas with me and my team, going over everything you need to know with regards to nutrition and dietetics, how you can apply it to your life or that of your clients. And we get down and dirty when it comes to the science of weight cutting and why we are the most successful team in weight class dominated sports. If you guys want to come, please come. Please, please, please get your ass out here. Go to dolcedietshop.com right now. Reserve your spot. We have a pre-sale right now. That will go away here really soon, and limited spots are available. You have to sign up soon. If you want to come, sign up soon. This will sell out. They always sell out. They always sell out. So get your ass out here. Sean Robinson, what's your thoughts on intermittent fasting? I understand the fasting concept, but I don't like the way it's been bastardized for commercial gain by a lot of the fitness frauds out there. That's really what it comes down to. Like Alan Roberts says, there are no experts at skipping breakfast. And that's essentially what intermittent fasting does. If you think about it, if you sleep 8 hours per night, you fasted 8 hours. If you have your dinner 3 hours before bed, you fasted 11 hours. If you wake up and perform an hour of LIST, low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity, you had a 12-hour fast. Now, that's not fasting, that's just living your fucking life. That's just living your life. I'm not a big fan of all the hocus pocus bogus that's surrounding that. And that's really just people trying to pry you away from your fucking wallet. Um, is it okay to stop having sex with my wife? I lost interest. FTWBK. Um, that's a tough one, and I'm gonna answer that seriously. And if that is a serious issue, I would suggest that you sit with your wife and you have a deep conversation about what's going on in your relationship. I would suggest you seek professional counseling. You sit down with a professional counselor and you have a deeper conversation about that, because there should never be a lack of sexual attraction with the person that you love. I mean, we as humans, we are wired to procreate, right? We are fucking just one step above apes and fucking horny little bunnies, right? I guarantee you, I'm assuming FTW, that if I don't know, Megan Fox or Angelina Jolie or Paige Hathaway or whoever's the pretty chick of the day, if she would have pop up in your house, you'd be like, whoa, I got some thoughts about that. I would assume, right? Now, maybe there's a health issue going on with you. Maybe you should go to your doctor, and I would strongly suggest you go to your doctor, you get your blood work done. Maybe you have a low test issue. Maybe there's something happening hormonally inside of you that is reducing sex drive. That happens. We get dudes and ladies, we get people who walk in here all the time, and that's one of their issues. They just have low sex drive. Maybe something happened in your life that you're stressed out. You got stress at work or stress with the mortgage or something else is going on. So, my suggestion to you is it's okay temporarily to not engage in the physical act of intercourse, but you need to engage in the emotional and the psychological healing that is likely causing your resilience to engage in the physical act. So have a conversation with your wife, have a conversation with your doctor, and drill down deeper. I mean, I'm not a clinical psychologist. I'm not a medical doctor, right? But I'm a married dude. I've been with my wife for 18 years. And my God, I chase that girl around the house 24/7, right? I mean, so that's really where we want to be. But in times of stress, I go up and down a little bit too. I got deadlines going on, stress, all this shit's going on in my life. And you kind of sometimes you fall out of that groove a little bit. But, she slides on the yoga pants and she's at the sink doing dishes. And you're like, wait a minute, I got an idea about what I'm doing later. That's where we want to get it back to, because your wife might be having similar issues too. She might have something going on inside her, inside your relationship. So really take your time, approach it with just a wide open mind, and be compassionate, and don't feel insecure about it. Be very open, embrace it, own it, and have that deeper conversation with your wife as the person you absolutely madly love, your partner. I mean, she is your road dog. She is down for you no matter what happens in life, right? That's the point of marriage. Sit with a counselor if maybe that goal is a little shifted, and talk to your doctor also and see what's going on. Ephedrine. Uh-oh. Wow, so many more questions. I got to try and run through these. Fedrin, you got any ice cream recipes? Yes, I do. I'll post that. I actually do a whole video on my ice cream recipe. I got to do that at home. It's tough because I got two little kids at home, and I'm trying to, film, and they're like, "Wow, Daddy, you're the best ever. We love you." And I'm like, "Okay, let me stop." Um, James, Omar, I sometimes find myself so hungry after a meal while in your program. Should I tough it out? Yes, tough it out till the next meal. And how long should I wait between meals? Omar, absolutely yes. What that is, that little hunger pain, that's the old fat you dying. That's what I like to say. And I've gone through it so many times. That is the old fat you dying. Like, oh, I'm so hungry. Feed me. I'm melting. I'm melting. That's your fat cells melting. That is a good sign. You want to be a little hungry after your meal, and then that should subside, right? You want to start getting hungry 15 to 30 minutes before your next meal. That's perfect when we are on this style of diet, this type of weight loss diet, because you're trying to go from one body size to a smaller body size. Therefore, it just makes sense. You cannot get to the smaller body size while still consuming the same level of calories that you once were at the larger body size. Your mind will try and fuck you and trick you. That's why I strongly suggest following the program at thedolcediet.com. Completely personalized to you, down to the ounce, down to the gram. Every meal, every ingredient, every recipe detailed for you. And we teach you how to do this, how to implement it. Now you have your snacks available. Now what we say is eating every 2 to 4 hours. You can always, if I eat right now, I can eat again in 2 hours. You don't have to overeat, eat seconds and thirds, and be a fat fuck, because then you just springboard back to the old you. In a short period of time, that hunger goes away because you reset your metabolic rate. I've been there. I've done it. Go through it. Water. I mean, I'm leaning out again right now. I got fucking summer coming. I got this big production thing I got to do. I got to be on fucking camera, damn near naked, dancing around for you guys here soon. So I got to be fucking ripped. I don't like being fucking super shredded all the time. I don't enjoy that. I like being right around 10, 11% body fat. I got to get down to like 6 or 7%. I ate 2 hours ago. I'm getting hungry right now, but I'm drinking my fucking tea. I'm talking to you guys. This is the way I mentally deal with it. That's a cool ass cup, right? That's cool. Um, Coach Johnny Wolf. Johnny, what's up, my man? So I am currently cutting down to about 12% body fat from 24. Ooh, Johnny, I am so proud of you, my man. I'm because you're coming down from 24% body fat. We know once we get down below 14% body fat, the incidence of all-cause mortality dramatically drops. What does that mean? That means if we have a body fat percentage at 14% or higher, all cause mortality dramatically shoots up. We do not want to be on that fucking curve. We want to be down below 14. Guys, down between like around 12% body fat, you don't have to get any leaner. You will look fucking awesome. You'll basically look like Gerard Butler in the movie 300. He was probably right around 11, 12% body fat, just me doing a visual analysis of his physique. He wasn't 8, 10, 12% body fat. He looked fucking awesome. That's right about 12%. FW, FTW, giving Boo Rider the props. Good for you, man. I love this community because we're all in here supporting each other. And the trolls come in and now and again and they talk shit and we have about fun with the trolls. This is all about you guys, all about us being a community, working hard together, sharing in each other's success. MF Low question: should I be lifting more or circuit training or just straight running, then focus on building muscle? I don't understand your question really. What you can do is you can segment that heavy, high intensity resistance training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days per week, focused on multi joint compound movements in the 5 major systems. We want to press, right? Vertical and horizontal. We want to pull, vertical and horizontal. We need to squat, we need to hinge, and we need to flex or anti-flexion through the core. That's what you need to do. You want to throw, hey, what's up, ARAM? You want to throw in a little bit of squat or of running, feel free to do that. What are your goals though? What are your if you want to build muscle, I wouldn't run that much. I would perform lists, low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity while fasted to get that gender specific, site specific, stubborn body fat off your body while preserving lean muscle tissue. I did a video on that a while ago. You should go check out my list video. Jason Montoya, Dolce, thank you for another live question. Any Dolce approved hot sauces or spices that are the go to? What we try and do is we use real pepper. That's our go to hot sauce. We use jalapenos. We use real hot pepper. I learned this when I was working with Dwayne Ludwig a decade or so ago. Dwayne Ludwig, that boy will eat. I don't even fucking know how he does it. Jalapenos, like the smell makes my eyes water and makes me fucking sick. He will eat those things like they're fucking like grapes. I don't know how he does it. So we really don't use a lot of the sauces. There's an organic sriracha we have in the house. I use it from time to time. I like real pepper. When I want a little bit of spicy, we just put some real hot pepper in there. Billy's Brew, where do you recommend to get your blood tested? Afraid of getting an agenda with the output of the test. I don't know what the agenda means. Billy's Brew, go to your medical doctor. Go to your doctor. Go to your doctor and ask for a wellness test. Tell them you want a comprehensive blood panel that is designed for your age. You want to see exactly where you are in life. Now, I've done, I have content on this. I forget if it was a video or I did it on a live that we have the whole blood talk down. So that's a little bit deeper. I'll do another one for you guys. Dave Palumbo actually on RX Muscle did a really good walkthrough of blood tests. So go check out Dave's for now, and then I'll pop mine up here soon. Guys and girls, if you're listening, if you're new to join, if you could give this a thumbs up, if you like the content that we're giving you, let me know that you're there. Let YouTube know that we're engaged. I would appreciate this. I've been on for 41 minutes right now, giving you guys free content, answering all your questions, doing whatever I can to help you. Any sort of support to the channel would be very much appreciated. Give me a thumbs down if you think I'm a dickhead or something. You don't like what I say. But if you give me a thumbs down, let me know why so I can be better. That's what it's about. You give me a thumbs up, let me know also. I appreciate that. I'm here for you guys. Mike, I'm working as a construction worker and feel like I need to improve my meals to increase productivity. What would you recommend? I'm working as a construction worker and like I need to improve my meals. Well, we need to be eating real food, number one. Javier, number one is real food all day long, real food, my brother. What we do in my house, I don't have my bag. My bag's in the other room and I'm not going to leave the camera. I take last night's dinner. I put them in the Tupperwares in the morning. We always, my wife knows when we make dinner, make double because that becomes my meals the next day. We had champion chili on Monday and that was my meals yesterday. Last night, she made these fucking amazing, amazing healthy burritos. Oh my goodness. They were fucking crushed. So I took all of instead of using the wrap because we did the sprouted grain wrap last night. I'm not using that today. Like I said, I'm still kind of leaning out. I'm carb cycling right now. So right now, I just took all the guts, all the peppers, all the chicken, white rice, of course, that was still in there, the tomatoes, the little bit of jalapenos, and those are in my tubs for today. So that's my strong suggestion to you, Javier. The main man, Mike Dolce, love brother, Mr. Hanky Tanky. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Is Taylor ham and egg Dolce approved? Oh my God, no. Unless you're in New Jersey. If you're in New Jersey, it is improved one. It is approved 1 day per month. I will put that on the Dolce diet list. Um, Fletcher Roberts, thoughts on Cryex food allergy sensitivity testing for dialing in nutrition? Fletcher, I don't know specifically the Cyrex system, but what I will say, we've probably had over 100 clients come in with different forms of allergy testing results, and what we found is the vast majority it wasn't applicable. And most of those, if you do a little bit of research, you'll find that most of the allergy testing, the food testing services that are out there, they're just not accurate yet. Technology has not yet caught up to the concept. I wouldn't put a lot of weight on those. Frank Nash, does the diet work with people with hypothyroidism? Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course it does. Of course it does. But depending on you, remember, I'm not a medical doctor. So anytime you start a diet or exercise program, take it to your medical doctor and make sure it's cleared because each one of us has an individual issue going on. Have you heard of Glenn Calkins and Pristine Hydro? He works with many of the top UFC athletes, very interested to work with water filters, magnesium. I haven't yet, actually. I'm going to write that down because that's interesting. We've been dealing quite a bit on the hydration side. So let me see here. What's his name? Glenn, Glenc. Sorry, guys. CULKINS and ISTHD. Or I'm sorry, I'm taking notes. I want to do my own research and learn more about that. We've been doing a ton for the last 6 months now, a ton of research, deeper into types of hydration, the proper ways to hydrate, and even the chemical structure of water and how that alters from bottling to the time that you actually take it, and how that actually is impacted by levels of dehydration. So it'd be interesting to go through. James Davies, yo, Mike, huge fan. I've lost 30 pounds following your diet. Oh, man. There we go. Have you lost 30 pounds following your diet? Read your book 3 times. I'm waking up with headaches. The last 3 days, you heard of this before? Any tips? Man, that could come from so many reasons. I've had headaches right now because it's allergy season in Las Vegas. There's dust everywhere. Right next door, they're doing construction, and I'm constantly spitting fucking mucus with like dust in it. That's one issue. I had headaches because I was sleeping on my right side for too long, and I got a kink in my neck. Once I actually went to a massage and I had like headaches for a few days in a row, I got the kink worked out. All of a sudden, headache gone. Haven't had one like that since. From a nutrition perspective, I would say no. That's probably very, very rare. It's not impossible, very rare. It's usually some other external lifestyle issue. Jace, I like the Bapple juice for immediate post workout, or do you have a new favorite? No, the Bapple juice is absolutely amazing. If you guys know our Bapple juice recipe from Living Lean Cookbook Volume 2. Steve O, I enjoy doing stairs for cardio. But ever since I found your channel, I've been doing a lot of lists. Do you ever find non-lists cardio to have a place in? Yeah. So a lot of our list is low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity. We suggest you perform that while fasted. Science has shown that performing low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity below the glycolytic threshold, which means now you are oxidizing, preferentially oxidizing stored body fat. In the absence of insulin, the body will actually oxidize that gender specific, stubborn body fat. That's what we want to get to. And it's different per person, but that has the highest level of success for those of you who are non-pharmaceutically assisted. And even if you are pharmaceutically assisted, this will work better than almost any other system. Now, training at a higher intensity level in which we switch on the use or need of glycogen, that's a great way to exercise also. Many experts point to the EPOC, that's the excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, essentially forcing your body to burn more calories while at rest, increasing your basal metabolic rate. That's from higher intensity exercise. You should be doing that too. Most of the time, people, they only train with intensity and they don't train below the glycolytic threshold. What we try and enforce you guys or suggest to you guys is you need to be training all types of energy system recruitment. All energy system recruitment. That's the most important thing to have a well balanced physique. Remember, we work with the world's greatest athletes. We work with Olympians and professionals competing for fucking big prizes. We have to do everything. But you, as the regular person, the lay person, me, I'm a lay person, right? I don't compete for anything anymore other than to be a good, healthy father for my family. That's what my competition is. I still do all this stuff. That's as you should do it too. Jay says, what's the ideal exercise and time period for lists? Walking, minimum of 30, maximum of 60 minutes. And I'm going to try and wrap this up. I'm 47 minutes deep right now for this for you guys. 47 minutes deep into this live Q&A for you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you all being here. And again, if you want to give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. That would be very cool. If you like the content that we're giving, if you haven't given a thumbs up or leave a comment, thank you. It shows that you're engaged, and we do appreciate that. How do you feel knowing you have 4 kids? Dad needs a break. How, dude, I know how you feel. You have 4 kids at home. Dad needs a break. I know, man. Like, kid, like, but there's no break because it's such a precious time in life. I mean, every day I'm aware every day. I grew up without a father. My father was taken from my family when I was 8 years old. He had a massive stroke, heart attack, died, right? Single mother who was then forced to work. I grew up in an empty home pretty much. I had brothers and sisters who were running around. We had no heat. We had no electricity. We had no running water in my house for almost 10 years of my life, right? Very formative, which is why I'm such a fucking workaholic right now. But what that has done to make me a better father, I work so hard to provide a life for my kids that I never had, while still instilling the same work ethic that I was blessed. It was a blessing, right? My terrible upbringing was actually a blessing. So now I'm cognizant of spending time, the crucial time with my children, that I didn't have that ability. So having kids is frustrating because sometimes, man, I just want to come home and drink a cup of coffee or stare at the wall or just swing a kettlebell in my backyard. But my daughter wants to learn her ABCs, or she wants to show me how she can draw a straight line. Or my youngest daughter now is like knows that all the shapes, square and rectangle and circle and octagon. Fucking everything else goes away. That's the only thing that matters specifically in that moment. So being a father by far, and those of you who are parents out there, being a father by far has made me a better person and a happier person because it forces me to continue to delay gratification, which makes me a better, stronger, more productive human being. So all the parents out there, God bless, much respect to you guys. But sometimes you just want to shut the bathroom door, right? Just give me 5 minutes, kids. Give me 5 minutes to sit here and fucking scroll Instagram while I try to attain the coveted one wiper. Haywood, I'm 6'3", 240. Should I use stationary bike instead of running for longevity? I would do both, Haywood. Both. All stimuli is good. I would run, I would swim, I would cycle, hike if you can, do some rowing. If you have the access to it. I got the assault bike out there that I use. Some days I'll come in here, I'll try and see how low I can go, threshold wise on the Airdyne. I do my walks. I'm a terrible swimmer. I wish I could swim well. I'm a terrible swimmer. I cannot swim aerobically. I only swim anaerobically because I'm trying to survive. Swimming doesn't do it for me. IGS Fit. Hey, coach, I've been heating up a little bit of almond milk. I had chia seeds and hemp seeds, a little cinnamon, and tablespoon of honey for my pre-workout. Is it okay? Oh, yeah. When you say you heat it up, what do you mean? Do you cook them? Because sometimes, we'll cook nuts and seeds on the pan and we'll add it as a topping to a salad. So yeah, I'd say no problem. But be careful not to. Anytime we cook, and this is another pro tip takeaway. When we cook at home, we cook at a very low heat, always at a low heat. So if we cook on the oven on the range, if your oven goes from like a 0 to 10, most essentially do, we never cook below it or above a 2. Super, super, super low heat. Marcy, and I have hypothyroidism, but I want to start TRT. Would this cause me any problems? Marcian, I have to strongly suggest you go and speak with your doctor. I am ill qualified to answer that question for you. You need to talk to a doctor and get a second opinion. Always get a second opinion from a second qualified doctor. I wish I could give you information, but I do have information that I could share. I have experience, but it would be ill advised of me to do so without conducting a proper medical evaluation with you. You sitting here working with one of our registered dietitians who we have on staff, and then dealing with your doctor. If you wanted to work with our team as a part of this greater conversation, our registered dietitians can work with you as your liaison with your medical doctor. We do that all the time. Boo Rider, you got it, my friend. Karen, no, you are not late. You are just in time. I got to jump out here soon, though, ladies and gentlemen. 52 minutes deep. I love this. Thank you. And questions keep on coming. Billy Brew, you got it. Billy Karen, big thumbs up to you. Kyle, hey, Mike, are you still running? Haven't been running, been doing more of the list. I had that hip injury from 20 years ago, and it's just been chronically, I've been dealing with it here and there. So I've been working on PT, physical therapy. I've worked on a lot of new exercises actually to really start focusing on the hip. And that got my mind to jump into another area, a different system that I've been working on to help some of you guys. Even really, it ties in very well to our pregnancy book, which is forthcoming. Hard work. Have you ever watched Gia hurling or Gaelic football? Your thoughts? I have not watched it. I'd be curious to learn more. Jason Montoya, wish I could give this more than one thumb up. Jason, thank you. I appreciate that. Carl, what do you think of um, JF Goudreau in Canada, GSP's nutritionist? I don't know enough about it. I know GSP had said he suffered from, I believe, diverticulitis leading into his last fight and had some severe digestive issues. So I'd be curious to understand how they're approaching that. That's interesting. How realistic is it for a 43-year-old man to gain 10 pounds of muscle, totally natural, while also doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu 3 to 4 times a week? I think it's very possible. It might take you 2 years, and that's okay. Now, picture 10 pounds of lean muscle tissue. Go to the supermarket and grab 10 16-ounce steaks and plug them onto your body. That's fucking intense, right? That being said, how realistic is it? And good answer. multi-joint compound movements every other day, in taking or optimizing muscle protein synthesis. That is ideal. Training no more than 45 minutes at a clip and training with high intensity. That would be my strong suggestion. Getting 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep per night and minimizing all external stress. I would still perform my morning list, 30 to 45 minutes every morning, and keep it going. Carlos, keep me posted. If you want to work directly with us, we can certainly do that through our My Diet program, where you can work one-on-one with myself and your own personal registered dietitian to help build the exact plan for you. That's another of the a la carte services we offer for our clients. Paul, I appreciate that. Paul, I'm doing very well. I appreciate you asking me. I am doing well, Paul. Thank you, sir. How are you? That's cool. Jason Montoya, have you ever read Joel Furman's End of Dieting book? I have not, but I should. Do you think a strong diet could reverse hair loss in certain cases? I think genetics trump everything when it comes to hair loss, truly. Now, some external factors, lifestyle factors, certainly increase that, but diet can help maybe hold on to some of it for some of the time, but I would say no. Brian Rogier, everyone should be able to run a mile. Amen. Coach Dolce says, Karin, what do you recommend to remove cortisol fat? I have high estrogen levels too. What can I do? P.S. I've already lost nearly 25 pounds in just 2 months by doing lists. Hell yeah. So, Karen, you are already following some of our protocols. Are you following our nutrition yet? If not, Karen, you should go to thedolcediet.com right now, thedolcediet.com, promo code DolceTube, and save 10% off your 4 or 12-week membership. Every meal, every recipe, every ingredient will be detailed for you. That is ideal. That is the best way to go. That is the treasure map. Now, as to your cortisol issue, I have to suggest you talk to your doctor. I have to suggest you get your blood work done and have a deeper conversation with your doctor first, and then come on back to me and we can have a deeper conversation on that. Andrew Fox, how much stretching is necessary from MMA? Mobility. Mobility. You got to be careful not to be hypermobile, not overly mobile, but mobility is huge. 56 minutes. I got to jump off in 4 minutes. All right, guys. So I'm going to try and answer as many. Let's go rapid fire. What do you think of? I answered that before. Is weight training necessary for MMA? Kevin Lee says he never trains. It's not necessary, but it helps. It will make you better. Jay, thanks, Dolce. I appreciate that. Frank Nash, thank you. We'll be on the program soon, currently next week. Boom. And at thedolcediet.com, you can join right now. Take advantage of the 10% Dolce Tube promo code, but you can start anytime you want. You can set your start date anytime into the future. Your knowledge is superb, man, and thank you for sharing it with us, says Luca. How should a diabetic approach your diet system? Well, we've had great success with those with prediabetes type 1 and type 2. Strong suggestion, take our meal plan to your doctor and say, what of these recipes can I not eat? Again, you must be under a doctor's care, all right? Do not get it twisted. Do not try this or any diet or exercise program without first going to your doctor and getting their approval. What we do is take our meal plan to your doctor and say, hey, doc, what can I not eat out of this? You will be shocked at how few changes that they would make. Karen says, respect to you. Boom, 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 boom. Dennis, what heart rate when doing lists? Below 110, 90 to 110 is ideal. Mark, calorie cycling for weight loss, is it worth it? Or just stick to a linear amount? I would carb cycle, not calorie cycle. Godalia, is list also good cardio? It's amazing cardio for the heart. That's really the true benefit. Looking good is a bonus to living long, right? How many degrees in the oven max? It depends on the recipe. Some things you have to cook a little hotter, so you have to be careful. What about list after strength training? We'll do that too. We prefer it by itself though. Coconut oil versus olive oil. Both are good and have their place. Omar, it would be awesome to have detailed instructions while preparing meals for your plan. I sometimes have some confusion while preparing foods. I use your support contact email. Okay, yeah, that's a good point, actually. We can even go deeper. We'll go deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, there are recipe instructions for our meals, and what we try and do is give you the ability to modify on your own to use your own chef skills. But we will actually, that's something I'm going to do is more video tutorials for you guys. How to increase VO2 max for MMA. Greetings from Germany. VO2 max is actually just like the 1 rep max. It's an indicator of your cardiovascular, your oxygen levels. So increasing VO2 max is generally getting in better shape. Improving sleep can increase your VO2 max, right? That's something. That's a deeper video. I'll probably actually do a long video on that. Karen says, thanks, Coach. Sophie, I just bought your Living Lean book. Boom, Sophie. Sky Davis says, you're an inspiration. Thank you, Sky. Mark McIntosh, if a resistance training volume is adequate, can someone weight train 6 days a week if they enjoy that frequency? You can. And I would probably do a push pull. Push Monday, pull Tuesday, push Wednesday, pull Thursday, something like that. Or I might even do push pull GPP, push pull GPP. Freudian fish, shin splints during lists. I would slow it down. I would stop the list for a few days. I would look at different shoes. I got shin splints one time because I was wearing the wrong shoes and I was tying my shoelaces too tight. Google a runner's knot. Um, Sky Davis says, you're amazing. Respect. I appreciate that, Sky. Thank you. I'm working hard for you guys here. Hopefully, you can tell. 59 minutes deep right now. Who did you say shows you blood work results? So Dave Palumbo at RX Muscle did a great job on blood work. He did a good video he put out there. So let Dave know that we sent you to his channel. I'll do one here soon. Fedrin says thanks. Marks McIntosh says thanks. Kayla says thanks. Stevo says thank you. You and Jerry Vord are my fitness mentors. Right on. Love Jerry. Boom. 60 minutes and we are done. Guys and girls, thank you all for being here. If you haven't, give us a thumbs up on this channel if you like the content that we gave you. Feel free to leave comments below after this video wraps and goes, gets uploaded to YouTube. We appreciate the engagement. It lets YouTube know that you actually care, and it lets me know that you're actually paying attention and appreciate this. For anybody who wants to go to thedolcediet.com, our 4-week and 12-week online diet and exercise program in our membership section, completely personalized for you. You want to come out and become a certified Dolce Diet coach, dolcedietshop.com, July 6th, 7th, and 8th during International Fight Week. You can get certified. You can hang out at the facility with myself and our team for 3 days of awesomeness. But you got to go to dolcedietshop.com right now. You'll save $200 all see the lead dietitian at the Dolce Diet. So check that out on this channel too. Until next time, boom.